In today's video, we're going over the supposed LEGO Star Wars Summer 2023 Clone Trooper leak that's been going around, being a 442nd Clone Trooper that is supposedly going to come out in the 2023 Summer Swamp Speeder. I'll basically be breaking down every single thing I know about it. Do I think it's real? Do I think it's fake? Let's get into it. So yes, welcome back everyone to another LEGO Star Wars video. And this is actually a highly requested one over the past couple days between messages and comments. A lot of you guys want me to cover this and to pretty much give you my thoughts on it. So that's what we will be doing towards the end of the video. Of course, as always, like all these videos, I have a couple other things I want to get into really quick. Number one being, there's a couple updated pictures for the spider tank that got revealed yesterday. Of course, you guys know I was pretty much, the first one to kind of reveal that initial picture. And throughout the day, of course, LEGO officially revealed it, and there's more stuff to kind of look at. Number one, most importantly being, is this Bo-Katan minifigure is absolutely incredible. There's actually an image of her without her helmet on. She has a new hairpiece, new headpiece, and it is pretty much, 100% confirmed. It's a brand new Bo-Katan minifigure. So, of course, over the past couple months, I've always kind of said, like, look, usually LEGO's pretty good at actually doing, animated and live action differences for characters. But I always kind of was under that assumption, like, would they really do that with Bo-Katan? Like, is there really that much difference between, Mandalorian armor, live action and, animated? And apparently to LEGO, there is enough difference because they made a beautiful minifigure. So I'll show the pictures up on the screen here. Again, just nice weather marks, color difference, different armor patterns, and just overall just incredible. I gotta be honest, this Bo-Katan minifigure is fantastic. And more pictures do further confirm there's going to be no little droid guy piloting the spider tank. It's just not in the set. And then lastly, the kind of the most depressing part of the entire thing is the whole entire rumor for this set for the past month or so has been $45, but once LEGO officially put it on lego.com, it is now $50. So one last thing regarding that, if you guys want to help support the channel, I'll leave an affiliate link down below so you guys can pre-order it on Amazon. You guys can pre-order all three of the new Mandalorian sets. We have the Spider Tank, we also have the Snub Fighter, I'll leave a link down below, then also the Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter Microfighter. Funny enough, that's actually already 6% off. It's $16 down to $15, and it's not even out yet. So I think Amazon already kind of understands, like, what's LEGO doing? This is overpriced. But there's that, guys. One last thing before we get into the 442nd leak. If you guys have not entered the giveaway yesterday, I started my next giveaway that's running for the rest of March and April of 2023. It's free to enter. It takes maybe 60 seconds, and you guys have a chance to win some prizes. So definitely go check out yesterday's video and go ahead and enter. All right, guys, with all that knocked out of the way, let's get into the actual 442nd clone leak, which, I'll give you guys my full thoughts on it, basically what I know about it. Do I think it's real? Do I think it's fake? And pretty much give you guys all kind of the rundown on the Swamp Speeder as we know it right now. So this got leaked, I believe, on Friday night of last week, so I think it's been about 5 days. And the original sources are from, I'm not going to say just kind of random people, I mean, that's kind of mean, but just, some people that usually don't leak stuff, really kind of just some obscure people that, again, usually don't drop leaks, over on Instagram and YouTube. And then it kind of got picked up a little bit more. A lot of people, like a lot of kind of like, again, I don't want to be mean because I'm not even like a high tier leaker myself, but just a lot of kind of like the middle of the road, leakers kind of started reposting it. And it went pretty, I'm not going to say viral, but again, there was, 20, 25 medium-sized accounts posting about it. And of course, everyone was saying, oh, real, fake, everyone's, thinking, this is actually going to be the clone trooper. So that went around, I pretty much instantly said, like, look, I mean, just preemptively before I really even knew anything, I'm like, look, this is not real. There's no way. It's too convenient. And just the overall picture itself, it doesn't look right. It's literally just the exact same clone as the 212th, which in universe, okay, 442nd is just a recolor of 212th. That's how they did it in episode 3. That's how George Lucas did it. That's fine. So if LEGO does that, that's cool. But overall, though, based off everything we know, okay, this itself, this leak here, this image that's been going around is not the official clone trooper as is. Of course, the leaks over the past month or so, as much as we don't really have any concrete minifigure leaks, we have, been able to kind of narrow it down to, 442nd, 327th, or, Captain Rex, and possibly kind of, 501st. Of course, there's always room. It could be some kind of obscure, clone trooper Legion 2, but that's pretty much the 3 that we narrowed it down to. And then going really quickly back to this picture, kind of just some other things to kind of just debunk it, at least in my opinion. Again, it's not 100%. I've been telling people, look, like there's a 0.01% chance this is real, but I'm definitely not running with it. I don't trust it at all. And as much as there's still a chance there's a 442nd clone trooper coming in the Swamp Speeder, it's not going to be this exact one that's in this image here, if that makes sense. So again, it's a recolor of the 212. It's a really easy to kind of mess with the Photoshop settings. You know, you put it in there, you mess with like saturation and, you know, turn up your greens and, you know, turn down your oranges, I think, in Photoshop, and you pretty much get something just like this. And you can actually tell, if you really kind of look at some of these pictures, or, you know, this initial picture, you know, people are pointing out, oh, it has the battle damage taken off. You know, there's no battle damage taken off. It's very easy to do that. It's very easy. I mean, think about it, guys. I mean, you just take a little white spot in Photoshop and you just cover over it, you know, and you can actually tell here. I mean, at least on mine, it's blurry. I don't know if you guys can pick it up in the video, but you know, there's quite a few people that pointed out too, and I kind of see it now. You know, kind of where these battle damage spots would be. It almost looks like there is kind of an additional layer, or kind of like an additional brighter pop of white. You know, where some of those are. So I realized too, as I was editing this, is you know, once you do a close-up like this, you can really kind of tell the like the green gradient going around where the green, you know, supposed print is, you know, like where when you do take it on Photoshop, you know, how it kind of, it's hard to explain. Again, I'm not even a big Photoshop guy myself, but, you know, when you mess with like saturation and like gradients and everything, you know, a lot of times it kind of shifts it a little bit, I feel. And like you kind of do get that faded edge around the edges. When you compare it to say like the 212th, you know, you can't even, you know, you zoom in on a bunch of these 212th pictures, you know, in-hand images, and, you know, you don't see orange fade, you know, around the orange print, you know, how kind of like this, you know, supposed 442nd is. So if that makes any sense, that's another thing I kind of picked up as I was editing this video. Bottom line of it is, look, I mean, this picture here, I'm going to lean on the fact of 0.0% one chance of being real, and then I'll kind of get into what I know now. So I kind of, you know, I've been running with it a little bit more, I'm not confirming it, but I've been running with the fact I strongly do think, based off everything I've heard, you know, we'll be getting a Luminara Unduli with a dress piece, a slope piece, a cape, a headdress, and then a Phase 2 Captain Rex, or possibly Phase 1. You know, basically everything I've heard has just been Captain Rex. So, I mean, I guess there is an opportunity for it to be Phase 1 or Phase 2. And then either 2 B1 battle droids or 2 B2 super battle droids. Of course, ideally super battle droids, but as people pointed out, you know, it's been, you know, I think it's been, what, 8 years now since 2015, since the last super battle droid. And even then, you know, people are kind of using that as an excuse, as to say, oh, they're not going to put him in a swamp speeder. Although, I mean, look at that designer interview last year. You know, they could have already had something up their sleeve. At that point, it would have already been 7 years. You know, who's to say that, you know, when, say, the swamp speeder goes into production, you know, a month from now or 2 months from now, who's to say they didn't figure out a super battle droid design in the past 4 or 5 months? Like, I don't know why that's something that people are kind of putting out there, like, oh, it's definitely not super battle droids, just due to the fact of, you know, they haven't been in a set for 9 years or 8 years. You know, again, Lego was straight up said, yeah, like, we're looking to actually redo it. We understand, you know, the fact that the older one, you know, broke a lot, was not the most sturdy, so we do need to remake it. Who's to say, you know, until we actually get confirmation otherwise, that there's not super battle droids in that set. So everything I've heard, you know, that's the 4 minifigure slot. You know, right there, you know, Luminara, Rex, and then, you know, 2 battle droids of some sorts. And I'll leave it at this too, because if you guys are following the channel a lot, you know, you guys do know I've kind of been hinting at it. I guess, you know, it's all hypothetical. I may or may not have other pictures of other 2023 sets. I'll leave it at that. Could be spring, could be summer, could be UCS, could be May 4th promo. I'm not going to confirm or deny which sets, but the only thing I will confirm, just so, like, you know, we keep it transparent here, and I'm not just, like, you know, lying to you guys, or, you know, that I'm in the know and I'm not telling you guys, is I've not seen anything regarding the Swamp Speeder. I'll leave it at that. So out of, like, the, you know, 15 other sets coming out this year, the Swamp Speeder is not one that I've seen anything of. So I cannot really confirm or deny. I'm not hiding stuff from you guys, but based off everything I have heard, I will, at least until we hear otherwise, you know, LifeBricks himself, you know, me right now, I'm running with the fact I think it's going to be Luminara, a Captain Rex of some sort, and then 2 battle droids. And that's basically how it sits right now, guys. That's basically how it sits. You know, there's my thoughts on the 442nd leak. You know, this image itself is just not real, you know, but that's not to say that we will not get 442nd in the Swamp Speeder. But, you know, just don't get your hopes up. You know, this image itself does not confirm, you know, 4 months early that, you know, 442nd will be, you know, armable come, you know, August 1st. You know, so just don't get your hopes up on that. And then one last thing I want to say in this video really quickly, as we're kind of on this clone talk, because I don't know if the video started getting more views or something in the past couple days, but I've got like another like 30 or 50 messages on Instagram regarding the 212 foil bags, you know, saying, you know, does your store still have them? And no, my source does not have them. You know, that video is from like a month and a half ago. He sold out of those like a month ago. He's actually shipping them out to everyone here. I believe he said late March. I think that's when he said. So yeah, there's no more available there. My apologies on that, but that video must be getting more views all of a sudden because I've been getting a lot more messages. So I just figured I'd kind of clear that up. So that's everything, guys. You know, honestly, quite frankly, you know, maybe this right here will come to fruition, you know, August 1st, you know, Captain Rex Luminara, because, you know, it does make sense. I mean, one last thing I will say is, you know, that Battle and Geonosis set from, 2012, you know, the Geonosis canon, you know, or the droid canon, you had Luminara and Captain Rex in it. So, you know, with the one, you know, they literally had like one scene together in the Clone Wars. You know, maybe that's the only episode Lego ever watched. They saw Luminara and Rex together for, you know, 9 seconds on screen. And that's the combo that they're running with for the rest of the time. So, all right, guys, so that's pretty much all for today's video. I figured I'd make this video. A lot of you guys are asking, you know, for my thoughts on it, and that's pretty much my breakdown. That's what I know right now. Other than that, like I said, I'm just leaving it at this. This image, you know, it's just not real, okay? Not to say we won't get 442nd. That's what I'm leaving it at. So that is all for today's video, guys. As always, Q&A video coming out tomorrow, and also a live stream, so definitely stay tuned. Be sure to go enter the giveaway from yesterday, and also use Amazon affiliate links down below to help support the channel. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys, and stay safe.